Hey, what is good, everybody, and welcome. Thank you to the second annual celebration, a toast, if you will, to the Dallas Cowboys not making it to the 28th year in a row. Come on, guys. I got my guy here, Coach Dante. I got Manny Slade, Manny two times, Garnier Fruitise is on. Listen, your
Ten
boys
times.
excited right now. We about to get into it, but first, let me shout out the people that came through because they're important. We got BLSG in the building. What's good, my guy? Random Anton, what's good? What's good? Yes, sir. I do listen to MF Doom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rico, what's good, my guy? Hey, man, come through if you'd like. I will put the link in the chat. But first, listen. Let me just get it out because I'm beaming right now, fam. I am so beaming. Fishing, what's good? I see you in the corner of my eye. Listen, we talking about 28 years of Dallas not making it to the Super Bowl. All that trash talk they talking about. Eagles fans, we out here in the NFC championship game. Dallas had a good opportunity. They talked a good talk, but they make it again. Another year of irrelevance. But Coach Dante, I'm gonna try to hold it back because I don't want to go too hard. So pause on that one. But Dante, let me get your thoughts. What did you think of this game? What's your analysis? Ooh, let me get your thoughts. I'm so happy right now. Sora, come
Well,
through.
well, it's another year. Another year. I mean, I know they made it to the second round, but then again, it don't mean nothing for a Dallas standard if you're not in the Super Bowl game. So all of that doesn't mean nothing. Another year of setback again for the Dallas Cowboys. Even though a lot of people didn't expect them to have a good year either way. So again, you don't achieve expectations if you're not making it to Super Bowl. That's in the Cowboys, fan base's eyes right there. So at the end of the day, Dak Prescott, I think Tony Pollard going out kind of hurt a little bit too. So we got to give credit due with Tony Pollard. That kind of hurt him the way they wanted to play. Ezekiel, you can start seeing the 49ers stack the box and stopping them from running the football. Dak Prescott, two interceptions, one before the half, hurt it as well by Fred Warner. Let's got to give San Francisco credit to their defense. Their defense stepped up all game long. Brock Purdy was able to make the throw. Yes, he didn't have a big game, but he was able to be turnover free and not turn the ball over. And you just make the plays that they need to make. And give credit to that offensive line, the running game. They wooed Dallas out at the end of that ball game. Was able to run the ball, and you were able to see rejuvenated Christian McCaffrey, and he's been fresh. He's been good. Him and Elijah Mitchell, that duo is something else to see. But I think Tony Pollard going out kind of hurt the Cowboys the way for us game plan, the scheme, and it kind of hurt it. And then CeeDee Lamb didn't have the day that he was supposed to have. But again, it happens. This is the NFL, and it happens. And just got to give D'Amico Ryan's credit, holding Dallas to 12 points. Hey, you just got to get all that credit to that defense and D'Amico Ryan's having these guys to prepare, and Kyle Shanahan able to run the football at the end of the game and wear this Dallas defensive front out.
Hey, you talked about it. That game plan that D'Amico Ryan's had. He kept the pressure going from the gate. Listen, Dallas defense, and my wife is a Dallas fan, and I told her, I don't like Dallas at all, but I let her know from the gate. Listen, Dallas has a very good chance. The way Dallas is set up, Trayvon Diggs, I expected to have a big game. Ask her. I said Trayvon Diggs would be the X factor because the way he plays
He
and how
was. He
the
didn't get
Niners
the
are.
ball thrown his way.
Yes, he did because he had an interception right in his hands. What are you talking about?
Oh,
He
yeah,
had the opportunity to
but I'm
make the play.
saying
He could have
he
changed the
wasn't an
game,
X
and he
factor. He wasn't an X
nah.
factor. He was
Listen,
a
listen.
quiet X
I
factor.
thought
He
I
didn't.
thought
He
Trayvon
wasn't
Diggs
a
would at
ball
least have
throwing his
come up with
way,
two interceptions. I thought he
bro.
was
The
gonna have a
only
pick
ball
six.
throwing his way was that one pick he dropped.
Exactly. When
He
they
did
needed
his
him, my God,
job,
hold on. When they needed him, my guy was not there. Because had he made
bro.
that play, that would have been a momentum swing.
You
You can't
could say
deny
that,
that.
but their offense wasn't even scoring. So how do we know?
But hey, Slay, now that you're saying that, get into that. Talk about the offense not being able to score and the troubles that Dak Prescott had today.
I mean, there was times, and this is why I bring up the Trayvon interception not really mattering, even if they got it, because they went into the red zone at least like 5 times today, and they didn't really capitalize on a lot of opportunity. The only time they capitalized was on a field goal kick and a touchdown. They didn't do anything offensively. Like, and then when Pollard got hurt, that kind of ruined the momentum. So I don't know, bro. it was just a bad day in Dallas.
Listen, it was a bad day, but again, you got to talk about Brock Purdy. I'm gonna call you out right now. If anyone listens to the Wire to Wire podcast, you probably haven't, because who really does? But there's a guy out there who thinks he's a genius. He calls himself the NFL genius. He's an idiot right now because from day one he's been doubting Brock Purdy, and I've been telling him ever since that kid starting, he's been doing nothing but make history for the 49ers. So again, you had a tweet out there talking about at the end of this game, call me a genius. I'm gonna call you a dumbass. Papa Sora, let me get how you feel.
How about them
Flip it.
Cowboys, baby?
Them boys always find a way to choke.
28 years, baby. Yee to the motherfucking hall.
Damn right. What did you think of the game? How Dallas performed? How the Niners performed? What did you think of the defensive play calling by D'Amico Ryans? Let me get your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean that defensive. Ooh, hold up, he got the Kittle jersey. He got
no.
that inspirational hair. He got that inspirational hair.
Perfect.
Here we go with all this damn Niners talk this whole week. How they're gonna beat us? Go ahead.
Hey, listen, I said this from the gate. Y'all know this. I said it's going to be very difficult for any team to make it to the Super Bowl. I gave every team respect. Right now, we're going to focus on the Cowboys losing. We're going to get to the Niners because, yeah, the Niners were a team that I was looking at because they were very disrespectful the last time they were in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Our statue of Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Something we hold here, near and dear to our hearts was disrespected. I would love to have that revenge game. I would love to have karma bite them in the ass. But let's talk about how horrible these Dallas Cowboys were. Sora, I believe you were getting into something.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly what Coach said. Shout out to DeMarco Ryan for holding them only to 12 points. I mean, yes, we know 49ers have a very talented defense. But even still, to just hold them to 12 points. Even shout out to the special teams. Besides that one play by Turpin, which Robbie Gould kind of tackled, I mean, they were able to block one of Maher's kicks, which was just hilarious. And I mean, again, the defense after the one touchdown was able to just hold them to nothing but field goals. So that man, I expect fully 100% to get a head coaching job come the off season.
Well, it's a done deal. He's done. He's done after this year. He's gonna get a head coaching job, whether it's from my Texans or anybody else. He's gonna get a head coaching job.
I think
Everybody in Houston love him. We want him.
Yeah, I think it's very fitting that you do chime in, Coach, because I think the Texans, especially with D'Amico Ryan's history with the Texans, brings him as a good candidate. I know they had Jonathan Gannon in their sights, but the way D'Amico Ryan's been performing, he's been climbing the charts. But
yeah.
Dante,
I mean,
God, let me get your thoughts on this game. The impartial non-Eagle fan. Let me get your thoughts on this game. Because hold on,
smirk.
I will say something though, because Slay, you did mention something about CD not having the game he had. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was 9 receptions for 111 yards. That's nothing to sneeze at.
I didn't say CD didn't have a good game.
No, you said he didn't have the game that he should have had.
I did not say that.
Right before
I said it. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it was you, Slay.
Calm down, Slay. Don't get your
I know,
knickers in
right?
a twist.
Man, I would never say that about CD.
You got your hair in the bonnet. Stop lying. But Dante, let me get your thoughts.
You got this man pressing.
Hey, man. Hey, man. How y'all feeling right now, by the way?
We're about to smoke on that Niners pack here soon.
Hey, I just love the fact that I got to see George Kittle do this plenty of times tonight. and shout out to my boy CD.
I felt warm inside, bro, when he did that.
Shout out to my boy CD Lamb. I tried to tell everybody. Did not at the beginning of the season. All that talk about Amari Cooper was pulling double teams and all that stuff. He was the best player on the field for Dallas tonight.
He was about the only player that showed up
He's the only player that showed up.
After Pollard went down, he was about the only player that showed up on the field.
Outside of the pass rush, which did a good job. But the 49ers adjusted to that in the second half of the game. On the other side of that, my man George Kittle went off. Christian McCaffrey, he was having a good day too. I don't know if it was something up with his, he was stretching everything out on the sidelines and all that. But, hey, man, seems like the 49ers are serious. And like I said, I can't wait till next week to see how they match up against the Eagles because I think they're going to present a problem that
Am I
they
back?
haven't seen yet.
Yeah, we're back.
Like I said with George Kittle, the way he blocks and the way that he can get open in the middle of the field. I'm not sure this is going to be the best complete tight end that they've seen all year long. So, but thoughts and prayers with Tony Pollard going to free agency, man, getting hurt tonight. I hated to see that right before this happened. But we'll see. We'll see how serious it is. Hopefully, it's just a high ankle sprain, and then the next 4 to 6 weeks he can recover and get back out there and get himself prepared to be on another team. I'll be rooting for him the whole way. I said 2 years ago that dude should have been starting over Ezekiel Elliott because Ezekiel looked like
100%.
complete butt cheeks tonight too. And then my wife even asked me, she was like, "What happened to Ezekiel Elliott?" I said, "He ain't got that amazing line like he used to, so it is what it is." Like I've been telling people. That he was blessed with an amazing offensive line for years and years and years. And as soon as those guys started getting older, as soon as those guys started, going out with injuries and things like that, Ezekiel Elliott is just a shell of himself, man. So here it is, Tony Pollard. Thoughts to you. Shout out to the 49ers. And like you said, Vic, like my boy Justin said, man, Brock Purdy is a better quarterback. Those throws that he was making on the money tonight, bro, in front of the receiver, not falling off of their stride when they catch the pass, like those passes were elite. You just have to call it what it is. This dude has won 2 playoff games against 2 tough opponents. Call it what it is. The Cowboys were tough, 12-5 team. He has slayed the Dragon twice. And he is now on an 8-game winning streak this season. I'm tired of the noise. It's 8 games. He's already played half a season with 2 tough games. These are not regular season games. These are playoff games. As a third stringer, bro. Stop all that noise about Brock Purdy. That dude's the real deal, man. And he's going to continue to get better.
Sadly, Jalen Hurts is about to end his little winning streak.
Jalen
Wait,
Hurts
what? Expand.
What'd you
Jalen
say?
Hurts don't play defense.
That's what I'm saying. Expand on that, Slay. What do you mean?
Oh, I was just about to say, Jalen Hurts about to end his little winning streak.
End it?
Yep.
You don't think that they're going to be able to beat the Niners?
Nah, I said we're gonna beat them.
Oh, okay. Because I'm about to say, because the one thing I did see from the Cowboys, they kind of exposed that Niners defense, even though they did play tough. The Cowboys are still giving it to them. Dak Prescott was making some okay throws. CeeDee Lamb, like I said, he was making good catches. Dalton Schultz, that catch on the sideline, that was his mistake, where he should have had 2 feet
Oh,
in.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
that
will
was
say
on him.
this in regards of the kind of the struggle you saw on both teams, and I feel like everybody here can agree. Obviously, once we saw Pollard go down, Lamb was about the only one that showed up.
Oh, he was showing up even before that happened. It was the whole game. Lamb was
No, I know.
Yeah, I'll put the link.
You're
in
right.
the
Let me.
but-
Yeah, sorry. Lamb showed up the entire game, but after Pollard went injured, he was the only one that showed up still. And that's just one wide receiver, though. Now you're going to go up against guys that have, like, a Goddard, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Dallas really only had the one weapon after Pollard went down. So it's going to be interesting to see defensive-wise for the Niners. And let's not forget, we kind of faced this exact same team last year. Yes, we lost, but a big part of that was when Brandon Graham went down with his torn Achilles, and he was out for the entire season. That took all the momentum with him. Or he took all the momentum.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like Dallas actually had chances to score. It's just that they didn't capitalize on those scoring drives.
Well, when your kicker's going through the mental block that Maher had, that changed your entire gameplay. You had to go for it more often.
Hey, that's a good point, and that brings me to my next thought, though. Talk about the coaching, because let's talk about it. There were some bad calls made. The last couple of plays, I don't know what they were thinking on the sidelines, but I don't know what the hell they were doing. You had an opportunity, and then I don't know what play call that was. At first, I thought they were going to run a hook and ladder before they called the timeout.
Yeah. I don't know
That's
what
literally what
what's
they're
his
gonna do.
face. I don't know what Dak was thinking on the last play. That was pretty much an exact recreation of last year when he slid and he just didn't spike the ball and the clock ran out. I don't know why he just threw it to the guy 5 yards in front of him you have no time. So I mean, and Dante said it perfectly. Crunch. I mean, that was the end result. Once he got down on the ground, it was over. I don't know what Dak's vision was doing on that play. I don't know why he decided I'm just gonna throw to the guy at 5 yards in front of me
I think
when I need to go like
Pollard,
50.
I think that Pollard injury, like everyone's saying, like that was very, you know what I'm saying, that took a lot out of Dallas. But the thing you gotta look at it too, Ezekiel Elliott wasn't able to do anything. That's supposed to be their number one guy. That's the guy they're supposed to rely on. And he wasn't able to help out Dallas at all. The Dallas offensive line, they were getting chewed up too. Let's talk about that. You mean like Dak had some ample times at some plays, but sometimes, you know, he was running around scrambling for his life. You got to credit Nick Bosa. He was out there being disruptive. That, like I said, that defense was extremely disruptive. They played their hearts out. They kept it a low game.
Jr.
Well, yeah, that dude's ridiculous. But like I was saying to my wife, I was like, listen,
Ooh,
they're playing the Niners game right now. They're keeping it low scoring. They're running the ball. They're wasting the clock.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said.
Their safety,
different. Yeah,
he crazy.
which I still don't think he should have been first team All-Pro, but that's just my personal opinion.
I think so I know we were talking about that in the group chat when the All-Pro rankings did come out, and one of my late night ventures was I watched 4 or 5 games of his on the All-22 with all the plays that he made. He got in because of how dynamic he is.
I mean, I agree. If he was second team All-Pro, I wouldn't have bet. I just
he deserved. I think after I watched it, he deserved it. He deserved.
I mean, I know in the what's his face, the one Rams game when he got that pick 6 against Stafford. I mean, even I knew then, like I had already known because I had scouted this guy back when he was in the draft last year, or I guess 2 years ago. Yeah. I was like, he's gonna be good. I just didn't think he'd be first team All-Pro.
Hey, well, by the way, Vic, I know we're talking about the Cowboys and whatnot, but I just want to point out another thing about the Niners. We're playing one of the best teams in terms of like broken like tackles in the middle of the field. We better wrap up this week. Like Deebo Samuel will make us pay if we don't wrap up. Same thing with Kittle. Same thing with McCaffrey. Ayuk is really shifty. They got dogs on that offense, bro.
Let's put it like this with Hufanga. The one thing that I saw on tape with him is if you notice next week where he lines up, he's going to line up over there with Nick Bosa if they're pulling either a fake rush or just taking the offensive lineman out of the play completely, and he's going to get in there and be disruptive and make Jalen Hurts either throw it out of bounds or make him use his legs. Like that's why he's an All-Pro right there. He's not one that's going to pop out on the stat sheet like a lot of the other other safeties. But he's got that Palomalu mentality. You could tell that this is who he's being taught from because, I mean, you guys seen it in the game. Like,
I'm about to say, didn't they say he trained with
him?
Yeah,
he talked to him before. Like he had,
or like he went to his camp or something.
He trains with him.
Like,
that's what I was saying. I was like,
literally his apprentice.
Yeah, at first I thought it was his nephew, and then I remembered it was like his apprentice.
Yeah, I heard it. I seen the story where he was training him since he was young. But
this is a perfect game to bring.
Made up in reference to that. You know, how in reference to we'll be playing the best coaching staff. Not only that, I want to mention is that defense. You can tell, especially Fred Warner. Fred Warner was doing his homework because he was reading the plays. You saw that one play when he ran in the fourth quarter when he ran in and got to Dak. Dak didn't have a chance to do anything. The running back had no chance. The running back didn't even think that Fred Warner would be in the backfield so fast. But Fred Warner was reading those plays, and that's something that we have to be careful because San Francisco looks like they're great at film study.
Yeah,
it looks like they've been doing their homework.
Shane Steichen's going to have some late nights this week after this game, or some late night days this week because what was successful in the last game with you guys is they had no middle of the field pressure on any running back out there. You guys are going to have to figure out something about that because, like you said, everybody here we all love Fred Warner. I had him right outside my All-Pro this year, but he was second team for me. But Fred Warner is an absolute disruptor too. And now you got to deal with Hufanga and you
Greenlaw,
got Bosa, and Greenlaw had a really good game this game too. Like, and they can tackle. That's what I was saying is kind of an X factor with their team. When they get their hands on you, And you saw it with I think Greenlaw made a tackle on Tony Pollard when it looked like he was about to get. If he would have just burned him, he would have got open for about a 20, 30-yard gain. And he was able just to secure right there on the shoe. I was like, ooh, yeah, these dudes are they're sticky,
good.
man. They're real sticky.
Hey, this
They
game
are,
is
but
going to
I'll
be
say this
won in
about
the
that
trenches.
backfield though. They were giving a lot of soft coverage. If the Eagles can exploit that soft coverage, it's a
That's
wrap.
what I'm saying.
Well, even and you also talk about like Fred Warner saying in the middle. We know for whatever reason, despite it working, for whatever reason, Philly loves doing jailbreak screen with Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And then
you're
it's
gonna
like-
you're gonna just see a lot of. I have a feeling you're just gonna see a lot of get the ball out quick. Just pretty much game plan with the Giant. Get the ball out quick. Take what you get. Drain the clock. keep your offense on the field.
Well, you're going to have to start off hot, though, first. I mean,
You
you're
saw the
going
tweet
up
that
against
Key put in the
something
Slack.
that starts
The
off.
tweet.
What happened?
You see
Is this new or was this the previous one?
No, this is new.
This is new.
It's going to make Vic laugh.
Hold up, let me see.
See, one of the reasons why I thought Dallas matched up great with the Niners was, like I said, Trayvon Diggs, because the way he plays, he takes opportunity. Would you send him?
Go ahead, read it out loud. Sorry.
Me? Oh shit, hold up, I just closed it. Give me a second, I gotta back up. Vic will be able to guess who it is, but I just want to read it out, and then Vic, I want you to take a guess. Consider this my apology to Brock Purdy. Took me a while to come along, but goddamn, Mr. Irrelevant isn't very irrelevant anymore. The 49ers are a great team, and this kid doesn't make the mistakes you'd expect him to make. Video to follow. I'm sorry. Hashtag Brock Purdy.
It's okay, Gene. You could have put my name behind it because you just heard me earlier call you out. It's okay. But I will say this. Don't ever have anyone think they can call you a genius. You're an idiot. That's exactly what you are. If you're someone who has to tell someone that you're a genius, you're an idiot. And this is on Twitter, and that's how I know you saw it. So holla back to everybody that's watching on Twitter. Appreciate y'all. Coach Cowboy, I sent you a link, my guy. I gave you the floor. I cordially invited you to come through. I'm giving you an opportunity to speak your case. But again, you know, trolls don't come out. You know what I'm saying? Trolls don't come out, apparently. And that's how every
we
Dallas
gotta
Cowboys
make
fan is, man. They're only trolls.
And
about to
don't
make
go
it
out
pretty,
and
man.
say,
Hey,
ain't
boy.
nobody don't be making no apologies and eating crow and all this other stuff. I done made plenty of that, put it on my channel, got the views. People are like, I respect that. I'm not making an apology on Trevor Lawrence yet. Let's just put it like that, because I know that's what they're, oh, you don't make it? You wrong about Trevor Lawrence? Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody shut up. Leave me alone. God damn!
Listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the task at hand real quick. Because, you know,
Hold up, I just want to say, I saw somebody just post like a Instagram story or whatever. They have their alarm set for 9:55 and they titled it First Take.
Oh, man.
let me ask y'all a question. Do you think Dallas will move on from Mike McCarthy now, being that they had an embarrassing loss?
No, he had
With the
he's
opportunity
had-
of Sean Payton out there?
No, I don't think
No.
they move on from. I think if there's anything, the way people were saying that Dallas will take a downfall this year. Of course, anytime a team like Dallas, America's team, don't make it towards the Super Bowl, it's a failure for them. But if you just look at, you know, how worse they kind of got this year outside of CeeDee Lamb, you know, they've had a pretty underrated draft. Tyler Smith was pretty solid. Sam Williams chipped in pretty okay, but they kind of overachieved expectations to the roster that they did have. But of course,
Sam
you
Williams
don't.
play tonight?
No, I don't think he played. I don't think.
I know he was like involved with that whole legal like vehicular manslaughter thing. I know he was involved in that. I was about to say I feel really stupid if I didn't see Sam Williams.
But like I said, of course, it's
I was
Dallas.
like, I swear I was watching the game. I just do not remember seeing Sam Williams.
But I'll ask this, though, because we're talking about Jerry Jones, and like I said, the point of every year is to win the Super Bowl.
Palpatine.
Does
Yeah.
anyone see a future of, you know what I'm saying, with Mike McCarthy as the Dallas Cowboys coach winning a Super Bowl?
No,
I don't
No.
think so. No.
I just can't see him beating a Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
I don't see him making it to the Super Bowl.
Or making it. That's like against a Jalen Hurts or something. It's kind of hard.
I mean, it's one of
What
those
was the
things that we
question,
see.
Vic?
What was that?
Sorry, you cut out there when you were asking your question. What was the question?
For me,
He said, the question was, do you see them firing Mike McCarthy? Mike McCarthy after this
Oh, we're
season?
still answering that.
Yeah.
Nah, you know
Nah.
how
I don't
loyal
think so.
Jerry Jones is to those guys. How long did Jason Garrett like overstay? his
Exactly.
10 years, bro.
And Mike McCarthy unfortunately has a deeper resume than Jason Garrett does with that Super Bowl win. So you just hope that he gets back there. I think Jerry Jones is one of those guys. I mean, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's probably gonna look at himself being the GM and then tag along the coach as long as he can because he feels like maybe he can improve on that. But I don't know. I don't know Jerry Jones like that. I wouldn't put it past him, but I think if you're looking at hot seats around the NFL of coaches, he's not. His seat is warm, but it's not like, ooh, we
Yeah.
need to get rid of you.
so you think?
think
Do
he
you
can
think
snap 'em.
that? Do you think that Dallas is on an upward trajectory? Because you got to think about these offseason moves now going forward. Are they in that trajectory?
I think more so when you look at that team, like I think right now everybody's saying Tony Pollard probably should have started last year and been started into this year.
Yeah.
I think moves on the roster is what's hurting them and seeing their talent. And I think you kind of saw that with the Amari Cooper move, and now CeeDee Lamb stepped up and had a really, really damn good season. I think once they start figuring out the talent that's on this team, Sam Williams is pretty good this year too. I mean, I hope he gets out of his little trouble. But if he doesn't, it looks promising. I mean, and I don't that dude Michael Parsons is different, bro. He just is. The people that look past the Cowboys, that dude is absolutely insane, and anybody would be insane not to say they wouldn't want him on their team. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he baked Trent Williams on a couple plays today. He literally tossed Mike McGlinchey.
Yeah, with like one arm.
Yeah,
I think two things, Vic, to answer your question. No, I think they're getting closer, but I still think they need to put some pieces in place. Like, I still don't believe that they have like a great safety, either strong or free, either one. I don't think they have great back of the field help yet.
I think besides Trevon Diggs, they don't have any really good secondary players.
Well, even Trayvon Diggs has his issues too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
he didn't
Trayvon-
get bit though today. Like he literally didn't give up a single play.
He didn't, but I wouldn't say that he was an impact player in today's game.
I
That
mean,
was all
yeah,
the
you're
pass
right
rush.
about that.
But you got to think about how good that pass rush is to make him look good.
But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be an impact player when the ball doesn't get thrown your way.
This is why I said that, and here you go, Slay, but I'm just putting it out there. This is why I
Slay
said
back
that
on his bullshit
Jair
again.
Alexander is better than Trayvon Diggs because when Rashawn Gary went out, Jair Alexander stepped up. Trayvon Diggs has had a great pass rush all damn year long, which only helps support his case. But if they could go in the draft, and I'll say this, if they can go in the draft and get somebody like Keely Ringo or something, or no, perfect one here, Vic, your boy out at Penn State, Joey Porter Jr. would be awesome with the Dallas Cowboys, not only for the fact that in the NFL they're going to be able to fix his mistakes of being way too physical and drawing penalties, but they need that physical presence. Trayvon Diggs is not like that. And if they had that and a pretty good safety to kind of save him in the middle of the field, Dallas's defense would be top two. They would be freaking nasty.
I also feel like, yes, you've got a lot of linebackers. Everybody here could argue that Dallas has everybody here could pretty much agree Dallas has a very good linebacker room. But I do feel like linebacker is a much bigger position than some Dallas fans think. Because, like, your number one guy, Leighton Vander Esch, constantly injured. And did they only give him 1 year? I can't remember. Did they only give him 1 year deal? Or
Yeah,
so he's going to be a free agent after this year. So you got Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr didn't really do much for you this season. He had some good plays on the limited snaps he had, but that's about it, limited snaps. And he's also like 32, 33. So you look at linebackers, kind of that as a big position. Your defensive pass rush is very good. Trevon Diggs can either be very good or he can get immediately burned. He is a gambling type of player. Either he'll make a very good play or he'll like bite too early and then all of a sudden he gets exposed for that. So I mean it is what it is, and they won't. I know they will not. However, you got to look at if Dak Prescott, not Dak Prescott. You got to look and see eventually your replacement of Dak Prescott whenever it comes. See if you can find somebody to groom, and then maybe if they do better. Because you know Jerry's going to be the type of guy to go like, I don't care. I'll take a quarterback, have them fight.
I'm gonna take the. I'll slightly disagree with you there. I'm gonna take and just because I'm never gonna argue with somebody that's played high level in the game, that's a Hall of Famer. That's breaking down film and telling you like it is. Kirk Warner already said,
Gotcha.
if he had a great coach behind him, a great quarterback coach, not Kellen
Moore.
Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
If he had a great guy that really understood on how to make him successful, because let's call it what it is, Kellen Moore went on that level, but he had a good quarterback coach to come out there and teach him mechanically what the right way on how to play quarterback is, while the play calling is successful as well, he would be a damn good quarterback. And we're not. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not taking words out of your mouth for anybody up here, but I'm just saying all of us here know that he's still in like that 15, 16, 17 range somewhere in there on like all of our.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If I had to go around, I'm pretty sure that's where you're gonna put him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd probably
really
put him
good
higher
moves.
than 15. I'm trying to remember where I had it. I think I had him at exactly like 14 or.
I think I had him at like 13 or 14 this
I was
year.
about to say,
Yeah, I
yeah, I
had
think
him at
13,
12.
14, maybe 12. Yes, Jerry Jones is stubborn. And again, I'm not saying they're going to replace Dak. I'm just saying, though, eventually.
Position because Jerry Jones makes quarterbacks in that position feel like that they're invulnerable. Like,
But let me ask y'all a question then. How is Sean Payton, again, a man who again, look what he did with Drew Brees, right whenever we're back to. Look at that, the way he transformed that Saints team. It never won a Super Bowl. I think he had him, in twice?
Mm-hmm.
Gave him the only Super Bowl win. He has close ties to Dallas. Last season. There was a luncheon that he had with Sean Payton. Again, you're talking about Kurt Warner. All he needs is that quarterback guy. Who else better than Sean Payton, who is available?
Imagine if Sean Payton had CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, NFL, we're done.
Like I know you say that that Jerry Jones.
But
is
what would his supporting cast be?
This is something that I think that's been in the works. If there were any issue, that was like Plan B. That's the option to move to. Now I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I think that's something that makes sense for Dallas, especially with Jerry Jones. He knows if he's that close, if all he needs is that piece, that coaching staff, I know he'll make that move. He'll do anything for that team.
And also, I think something now that Dallas is in the offseason, Dan Quinn, is he staying? He's one of those guys that could also potentially get a head job.
I think he can get. I think he's gonna
He
get
was
a
being
head coaching
he
job.
almost left last year, or not almost, but he was being talked about last year of leaving.
Yeah. If that
So, I
coaching
mean,
staff
that's-
breaks down, yeah, that's
Dan, you
another
want to come
thing
back
too.
to Florida? I miss you, bud.
But I
Now,
think Dallas, that'd be something like if he was to leave, I think Jerry Jones would be the one making the decision on who would be the new defensive coordinator as opposed to Mike McCarthy.
Exactly. And that, Drew, I'm glad you mentioned that because it's kind of the same thing with Washington. We've always said they're never going to win anything major as long as Dan Snyder is their owner. I feel like the same thing could be said about Dallas. As long as Jerry Jones is in control, or the Jones family in general is in control, they'll have, because again, Mike McCarthy's had back-to-back 12-plus win seasons. First time in I don't remember how many years. I don't remember exactly the stats. And I get it's just regular season, postseason for Dallas. He hasn't done that much. But if you get a guy like Sean Payton, it was the same thing that Eagle fans were speculating when we hired Nick Sirianni. Oh, this is going to be a yes man. This is going to be somebody that Howie can control as a puppet. Jerry Jones knows he has full control of everything, and that's the way that he wants to keep it. If he sees somebody as a threat to potentially overthrow his empire, there's a reason we call him Emperor Palpatine, to potentially overthrow the empire, he's not going to want any part of it.
Oh, let me ask you something, because now that you said that. All right, so you think of Jerry Jones in that way. But remember, the last time that he didn't have control was when Jimmy Johnson was the one running the organization, and Jimmy
And
Johnson
look
made
what
a great
happened
move.
when they had
That's
Jimmy
what I mean.
Johnson.
So if you figure, do you think, as it was mentioned in the comments before, this, if Sean Payton was to be, would he get full control? Do you think with someone like that, Sean Payton, that Jerry would be comfortable enough to allow him to finally have a coach to make his own moves? I think Phil Parcells, let's be honest, was probably the last guy who had a say as in coaching.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and Dante alluded to this earlier. They kept the Clapper for so long, despite the fans and the fan base wanting him out for like 5+ years. But Jerry knew with the Clapper, he had full control. He only fired him once he saw, like, all right, this is potentially going to affect me now. We're losing seats. They're affecting my wallet. You got to go. We'll bring in Mike McCarthy, who won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. He coached Aaron Rodgers. He can, fix Dak Prescott. Or not fix, but he can, bring Dak Prescott to the Super Bowl. That's the whole plan. And also, again, he's able to control him. He doesn't have to worry about Mike McCarthy potentially overthrowing him. This is all just my personal opinion, but I mean, there's a reason the NFL gives him the nickname of Emperor Palpatine. This man literally, during the 2020 draft, drafted on his own private yacht. I mean, that's just who Jerry Jones is.
I'm going to say it like this. I think Jerry Jones is dealing with the fact that the way that he messed up with Jimmy Johnson and the way that he messed up with Tom Landry is really haunting him at the end of the day. So now that he's at his old age, his old-ass age of whatever, 190 years old, this is why he's been giving Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy chance after chance after chance after chance, because in the fact that if they do have winning seasons like they have been, like call it what it is, they won a division last year and they had a 12-game winning season, which is nothing to scoff at. They got this far, in their tutelage right now. You have to go back and just think, like, maybe he's just dealing with the fact that I regret what I did to Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson all those years ago when I was a little younger, trying to be a hothead, thinking that I could run this team. And he's kind of still like that because he still won't give up the GM reins. But maybe that's what he's dealing with right now. Maybe this is why, it's so hard for him to give up control of certain things, but the things that he can't control is the coaching, and I don't think he wants to. Yeah, basically Jerry Jones is in denial. Yep, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to make a wrong decision at the end of the day because people are going to crucify him, and the fans themselves will force him out of control. They will force him out. Like, what are we doing? Not showing up to any games. Once it start affecting Jerry's pockets, then you're gonna see moves start being made. But he's just trying to be a loyal guy now. So
Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot to affect Jerry's pockets, especially with the amount of money they make from merchandise.
Oh, absolutely.
They make a pretty penny. Well, let me ask y'all a question, because I told you I won't keep y'all long. Let me get what you want to say to the fan base, because, like, again, this is a celebration of Dallas's demise. We're talking about 28 years of absolutely nothing. That fan base talk like if they win every single year. They act like they're Yankees fans. Let's be honest. They act like they have the what you call it, the list of a Yankees fan where they got all those championships. But Coach, I'll start off with you, because I know Cowboys fans come at you again. I'm going to mention again, Colts Cowboy. I sent you out an invitation. You didn't come through, my guy. It doesn't break my heart, but it just shows trolls don't come out. But Coach, what do you want to say to the Dallas Cowboys fans going forward?
Man, I just want to say, man, like I say, Cowboys going to continue to do Cowboys things. They're going to continue to not make the Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, Cowboys are judged for them to be America's team. They're going to only be judged because they don't win championships. That's how the Cowboys will be judged. Anything short of a championship for the Cowboys, since they are America's team, that's going to be a disappointing season. Every time, win or loss, who's the first one to get an interview? Jerry Jones. That's the first one that gets the interview, win or loss. And other than that, Dallas Cowboys, do a great job. You did a great job. Come sitting right next to me in this green light right here. Come sit right next to me. And that's what the Cowboys are doing a good job of always doing every offseason, sitting right next to me and right at home. So at the end of the day, Cowboys shouldn't be talking, and they're going to only judge by winning championships. And right now, they're not even close to winning a title at this point.
Jinx, no need to feel bad.
Yeah,
All
don't
up
feel
here,
bad.
your father, rub that shit in his face. He made a bad decision.
I'd be laughing. I'd be laughing my ass off, bro.
Slay. Let the Cowboys fans know how you feel and put them in their right now.
I mean, bro, once we lost to them the second time, bro, I just could not get enough of those damn Cowboys fans. So it's good to see someone humble them and show them that they're not all that. And it's very, very nice to see them sit back on the couch while we're playing for a shot to go to the Super Bowl. Well, they sitting on the couch, putting their little tweets and stuff on Twitter, praying on, trying to get like a really good draft pick again, and then do nothing in the playoffs. Like, we'll see what happens though. But good luck next year.
That's what's up. Sora, let the Dallas Cowboys fans know how you feel and give them a little humble pie.
Well, when you started off undefeated with I don't know what, with Cooper Rush, and then you lost against the Eagles with Cooper Rush. Oh well, it was only our backup. You started going on a win streak. You beat us with the backups. Granted, we said the same thing, so it can't be. It was fair. It was whatever. Then every year you start off with, "This is our year. We're better. They're gonna be frauds. We're gonna win the number 1 seed. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Dak owns the East in the regular season. That may be true. However, what has Dak done in the postseason? What has your entire team done in the postseason? 28 years. 28. I saw a tweet. Jalen Hurts was born, grew up, learned to play football, graduated middle school, graduated high school, went to Alabama.
Was the best player in
went
high
to
school.
Oklahoma. Then got drafted. And still made the NFC Championship game before y'all did in 28 years. That's just sad.
And he's like 24.
I know the trolls are out there. And I only got one thing to say. Cole, this isn't even towards you. Whatever. But you know who I'm talking about. Hey, Richard, cope and seed, you little bitch. Hey,
Dante,
how about you suck my Dak?
Dante, you've had your run-ins with Cowboys fans up plenty this season. My God, the floor is yours. Humble them, sir.
This is what happens when not only did you lose to the Jaguars. Let's put that out there. So I'm glad to wear the peanut butter and jelly combination of the Jaguars hat with the George Kittle jersey today. It does nothing but warm my heart to say I'm so glad that this has happened. I'm so glad that you guys are gonna be losing Tony Pollard this offseason. Look what you did to my boy today. Glad that you're losing him. I'm glad that you guys, most of you guys, went out there and you underestimated the power of CD Lamb. To me, you don't deserve this guy. Trade him away. Because you know what's going to happen if you trade him away? He's going to win a championship with another team. And then also,
his contract's running up.
And then also, all that talk about Cooper Rush, you probably should have put him in the game today. By the way he was playing, seemed like my boy was rattled all game long. But anyways, yes, I've had my run-ins with Cowboys fans here and there. And I just want to say one thing. I got a bag of chips and the sodas in the fridge. Take this seat right next to me on the couch because we're going to have to watch the playoffs from the seat of our own comfort of our own home.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
it's a lonely feeling. And I was glad that George Kittle did this about 3 times on you guys today. It was beautiful. But, yeah, appreciate what you got before it's gone. Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah,
Appreciate what
because
you got
what's
before
his
you go.
face? Lamb's got 2 more years before his contract's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he ain't getting the ball next year, I expect CeeDee Lamb to be like, ship me out, coach. I'm out of here. I do not want to play for this organization. You know, it just is what it is.
And Pollard's up this year as well.
This is what y'all get for thinking that y'all gonna go in just like everybody else. Oh, Brock Purdy didn't play nobody. I guess y'all are nobodies then. Add it onto his list. You don't want to talk about he played nobody this year. Well, you guys were a pretty good team.
And
As
hold
they
up,
say.
I want to say, because I know this guy was on What the Fuchs at one point. This Andre Jackson fella on Twitter. I know he's never gonna watch this. However, it's time to shut the fuck up, because it's Shut the Fuck Up Tuesday. So shut the fuck up, you fucking cocksucker.
The way he just nah, I'm not even gonna repeat that.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Let me
it's
just
time
get
for
this
y'all
off
to
my
take
chest.
a-
What
right
the
quick.
Fuchs?
Go ahead, Vic.
Cowboys fans, every year you come to the table and you have these arguments, these stats, these mundane stats, these regular season accolades, and you try to come into a conversation with no ammo. Your team has been irrelevant and will be irrelevant for the next 29 years. Because I'm going to come back here. This is the second annual. There would be a third annual. It's not Vick3 without a third annual celebration. So we're going to come back here next year and celebrate 29 years of irrelevance. I don't want to hear a peep from Boys for Life, Cole's Cowboy. I already know you're in some hole somewhere hiding. You out there wherever Osama bin Laden was
Where you
figured out.
hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding?
Where you hiding? Exactly. He got you the passport. I don't want to hear a peep from none of y'all. Cowboys, the team itself, trash. Organization, the moves they make, trash. I'm trying to help y'all out. You hear me right now. I'm trying to give y'all words of wisdom. Go get Sean Payton. But no, if you stick with Mike McCarthy, this will be the end product. 29 years. I'll be back again next year. Everyone that came through, my esteemed panel of guests, I appreciate y'all. Dallas fans, understand this. The Eagles own the NFC East. We own the Dallas Cowboys. And hopefully we can say we own the NFL. But this is Vick3.
Vic, that's coming real soon, bro. Just wait.
What happened?
It's coming real soon, bro. We just got to get
It's
past
coming
Brock
real.
Purdy.
As Jalen said, the job is not done. We won't be happy until we win the Super Bowl. If we lose next week, then you know what I'm saying, this whole year was for nothing. But if we win, then we got one more game. We got one more job to do. But right now, we can't overlook that. Right in front of us right now is a difficult 49ers team. A stout defense, a creative offense, a great coaching staff, a team that does their homework. I hope Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, oh my God, Jonathan Gannon, please.
I swear to
Do
God,
your
Jonathan Gannon, I'm gonna be.
Oh, you know they were
punching
eating,
some shit, bro.
You know they were eating Pizza Hut watching this game.
Hey
Listen.
man, let me put it out there, like real quick. Y'all want to win more games? Sign your name up to be part of the Washington State Cougars as we go and dominate and make it to the national championship. So you guys can just
See a
experience
real
one more
team that's out there
yourself.
winning. A real team that's out there winning something.
Do you want to see winning
that?
Do you want to see winning teams? Come watch Washington State over at the East Coast Gridiron.
A team that
That's
wins
it.
something. That wins something.
Listen,
That
everybody,
has
if you
elite-
can, please go out there, like, subscribe to all my guys' channels. They won't ask for it, but I'm going to say it. Go out there, go subscribe. Go to my channel if you're new to this channel. Go subscribe. We're going to be doing big things. East Coast Gridiron. Look it up on Google. Subscribe. Vick3, subscribe. Coach Dante, subscribe. Papa Sora, Papa Fuchs, subscribe. Manny Franchise, Manny 2 times, please go out there and subscribe to all of us. We're going to bring you great content in the future. Dante,
Manny
you
28
folks
times.
at home know what's coming up in the future.
You want me to let you said me let them know?
Yeah, let them know. Let them know what's on the docket.
So this week we're gonna be taking it slow, but the following week, Senior Bowl, I'll be there. I'll be down there January 31st, and my guys are gonna be following up. We're gonna be down there the whole week, Tuesday to Saturday during the game. Expect interviews. Expect daily podcasts of us recapping. Expect us to be at the stadium with nice little lighting and everything, recapping what we saw from that day to go down the line and tell you who was good and who was not in the practices and stuff. So
What up, Pete?
it is what it is. We're gonna be excited. It's gonna be me, Vic, Sor, and my man Fisher Football's not here, but he's gonna be down there too. We're gonna be cooking up content all week long, man. I'm so
Hold
excited.
up. Let us cook. Let
It
us
is,
cook.
it is.
Let's cook. Let us cook. So player interviews, day recaps, game recaps, practice recaps. Man, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be like, and then after that, we coming right back to be in the lab because XFL starts right after that.
Absolutely.
So, I'll be
Also,
covering the
if you
Arlington
want-
Renegades. So
San Antonio Brahmas. Your
Let's go
home's right here.
Guardians.
yeah.
Let's go Guardians, even though we changed our name from the Guardians to Apollos, which doesn't make sense.
No, you can't. No, you were always the Guardians.
Still
You were
very
the
angry
Guardians
about
last
that.
time. You were the Guardians last time.
No, we were the Apollos.
I think it was like you guys were like the New York Guardians. Well, no,
No, because
the last
Steve
time you guys had a team,
Spurrier
yes.
Spurrier was coaching that team. We were the Apollos. We only had one
You're
loss.
talking like back in like the early 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
But now you're the Guardians now.
Oh, that's
I
right.
still
You
feel
got the
we
Seattle
should have been the
Seahawks.
Apollos.
Hey, coach, you got the. Of course, you got the Houston
I was
Roughnecks.
about to say, you know, he got the Houston team.
Franchise, who were you? What
Don't
team
touch the
were you?
Houston. Don't touch
I
Houston.
think I was. What was that one?
You
team?
think?
Man doesn't even know.
Bro, I don't-
Kick him
it's
off.
like-
Oh,
it's
did you have a
like,
New York team or no?
Vipers or something? I think.
Oh, the Las Vegas Vipers, right?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so we will be officially interviewing for somebody to cover the Vipers. Our previous guy was fired.
We're naming
Hey,
the
We
team
will,
that we
we'll be
will
looking for a new one.
cover.
Yeah. So if you guys, we won't be doing the USFL, maybe because it comes later on, but maybe we'll
Yeah.
think about that. But it just drives me crazy how they structure their league. But look for all that
That's true.
content on the East Coast Gridiron channel. I already put a video out about the things that they're doing with Jordan Palmer, with the quarterbacks and stuff like that. Is absolutely incredible. The technology that they have. For the people that don't know, it's supposed to be like an experimental league for
Did
the
that come out?
NFL rules and stuff like that. So I expect this to kind of be like a Division II. So some of the guys that you've seen in the NFL, they're coming back. Martavius Bryant, Vic Beasley, players like that are going to be playing on some of these teams. And then I'll be putting out my top 5 players to look out for. A.J. McCarron is one of those guys that's going to be a starter.
Oh, AJ McCarron's in the XFL.
Yeah, A.J.
Gotcha.
McCarron's in there. So
Haven't heard that name in a minute.
yeah, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see the guys that I'd like to see a comeback story. It's gonna be a bunch of Geno Smiths. You know what I'm saying?
Martavis Bryant.
Listen,
Yeah,
everybody,
Martavis
please,
Bryant.
like we said, listen, we got a lot of content coming out. Again, on this channel, I will be doing the big ticket next week. We will be covering the NFC Championship game. We will have some conversation. I'm hoping I can get, someone from San Francisco to come on the channel so we can talk, so I want to see their perspective of the game, what they think about it. But listen, I appreciate everyone for coming through. It is a great night. Listen, everybody on the panel for coming through. Thank you so much. Everyone who is watching, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Listen, Eagles are in the NFC Championship game. The Dallas Cowboys again. 28 years of absolute trash. We out.